Profit centers are broad general business segments for which you want to track profitability. You'll click Setup, Profit Centers. You'll click in the field at the top and type in the name of one of these centers, these areas of your business for which you want to track your profit, such as general broad material types, flooring. Type that in, click the Add button. Let's see, cabinets perhaps. Those are just a few examples of broad segments of a company that you might want to track your profitability. Of course, you may have other things, appliances, furniture, so forth. Broad segments. Another way to set up these profit types instead of broad material types might be job types. Retail, builder, commercial, multifamily dwellings, broad types of jobs. We don't set up profit centers for what we would think of or what we call product types for specific products. We don't set them up for specific products such as carpet, vinyl, wood, tile, so forth. Those are defined in the product catalog. These are general, broad, either material types or job types. After you've set them up, click OK. QFloors must be restarted. So we'll do that. You can deactivate. Notice that if I click down, this button here says to deactivate. Deactivate it. If I click on it again on that particular one, the button is labeled activate to reactivate it. So by default they're all active, and then you can deactivate any one of them. You want to set one as default. That is particularly helpful when you're creating your bills. I'll show you in a moment how you can select a profit center when you're creating your bills. And you can set a default per employee. So let's set flooring as default, and that's the one with the X. So I click through here and that one still has the X on it. So I'll click OK. QFloors must be restarted. When I'm creating a sale, if I have set a default profit center for myself, I click the new button. Watch this profit center field here at the top. It's automatically populated with the default that I set for myself. But I can change that. Notice that you can only set one profit center per sale. If you're selling cabinets and flooring to the same customer on the same ticket, you'll have to create two separate sales orders in QFloors. Click New, create the sale for the flooring, save it, click New, create another sale for the same customer with cabinets selected as the profit center. I mentioned setting a default profit center for each employee specifically. To do that, you need to log in as that employee. But most employees aren't going to have access to the general setup, so you'll need to edit the access settings for the other employee so that they have this general setups. You'll need to know their username and password or have them sitting nearby so that they can put in their username and password. You set the default profit center. So we'll do this. We'll log off and log on as Ryan. Now we can go into the Profit Center's setup and set the default for him. Remember that after doing that, you need to go back into that employee's access settings and remove access to the general setup. When you're creating your bills and you're on a line of a bill, this first field is a toggle. The first part of it is selecting a location. You'll hit tab or enter, or you can click as you saw me doing, just clicking, and then you can select a profit center. Remember that profit centers have to do with profit. Profit means your profit loss statement, your income statement. So if the account that you're going to select on the line is not found on the profit loss report, if it's a balance sheet report basically, you don't really need to select a profit center, but you can. It won't hurt if you do. But it's not needed, such as inventory. That's an asset account. That's not on the profit and loss report. But freight is. That's a cost of goods sold account. So we want a profit center there. When you're generating financial reports, the profit and loss report can be run by Profit Center. You can, in your sales screen, get reports based on Profit Center. So very, very handy, very helpful setting and information that you can use for generating reports and seeing how you're doing in different segments of your business. But remember, they need to be broad, general segments. You can print the list of profit centers if you needed, and then this option at the bottom to skip selection on bill screen. Maybe you don't want to have to select a profit center on your bill lines. You can check that box and it won't come up. You'll hit tab or enter after selecting the location, and it'll jump right to the account field and not ask for a profit center. If you really want to see your profit and loss report by profit center, then you really need to have it active on the bills. Sometimes you'll have a bill from a vendor such as utilities or other general expenses, and if you want to see your profit and loss report with that utility expense applied to multiple profit centers, you'll create a bill with the utility account on multiple lines. So you have utilities on multiple lines. Oops. And select a profit center on that one, and another profit center on that one, with each at 50% or 60-40, whatever you've determined as the amount you want to apportion or allocate to each profit center. You don't have to do it that way. If you just want to put one line utilities and assign it to one profit center, that's fine. If you're going to do it that way, maybe you set up a profit center that's administrative. Just a thought. That's how you set up and use your profit centers. Thank you.